Unmuting you. Hey, we're back here on the Morning Buzz on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. This is Friday edition of the Morning Buzz. You know the deal. I'm your host, Gabi Lutz, joined by my co-host, Terry Dickerson, our segment host, Gina Morelli, who is now like on the ground right now. I don't know what she's doing. And then our newscaster, Amanda Gediosi. Yes, Gediosi. Oh, sorry, guys. I was trying to learn her name earlier. And then our sportscaster, Emily Struble. So we have a great show for you today. We're going to be talking about the newest strain of COVID, New Jersey gas tax, and updates that are going on in Ukraine in this first hour. That's what's going on. But first, we have a news update for today. Hey, Amanda.
Hello.
Would you like to give us our news update?
Yes, I can. Well, I hope everyone is having a great start to their day. My name is Amanda Gediosi, like she said. And today I'm going to start off by talking about the recent fuel surcharges added to Uber and Lyft rides as gas prices surge nationwide. Both Uber and Lyft have announced that they are adding a temporary surcharge to help accommodate rising gas prices. Starting next week, the companies will be adding a 55-cent surcharge to each ride for the next 60 days. Not only will be the rides affected, but Uber's food delivery service, Uber Eats, will also be affected. Lyft says that their hike in price will help offset fuel costs, which in turn will help more drivers to stay on the roads. In other news, Jordan Larkins, a 32-year-old New Jersey man, is headed to federal prison after obtaining a $1.6 million fraudulent COVID-19 business loan. Larkins applied for 3 Paycheck Protection Program loans and 11 economic injury disaster loans between May and July of 2020 by submitting fake federal tax returns and payroll records, as well as phony bank statements. Investigators suggest that Larkins lied about the number of people he employed, as well as gross revenue in his business. Larkins used all of the loans for personal expenses and is scheduled to be sentenced in July. In local news, Pfizer is expected to request authorization for an additional COVID-19 booster shot for seniors. This would add a 4th dose to the vaccine process in an effort to provide maximum protection for the 65 and over community. Pfizer CEO says that it is currently necessary to get a 4th booster shot, and the protection that you are getting from the 3rd shot is not good against infections and does not last very long. Dr. Anthony Fauci, director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, says in a recent interview that it is too soon to be talking about a 4th dose. Today's weather is currently 47 degrees with a high of 74 and a low of 46 degrees. And that is all for the newscast today.
Thank you so much, Amanda. That was great.
She killed it.
And for everybody who's wondering, this was Amanda's first time ever on WMSC Upper Montclair. So that was fabulous.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can do the crowd clap. Yay! Absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Emily,
Yes.
would you like to do your sportscast?
I would love to talk about some sports.
Sports!
All right. Trades in the free agency have been pretty crazy and in the MLB since opening day is just around the corner on March 31st. One of the biggest deals recently was with the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers agreed to sign a 6-year, $162 million contract with star first baseman Freddy Freeman on Wednesday night. March Madness is finally in full swing. Last night, St. Peter's, the number 15 seed, had the biggest upset of the night. They took down the 2nd-seeded Kentucky Wildcats 85-79. It's the first NCAA tournament win for St. Peter's and the earliest exit from March Madness for the Wildcats since 2008. On the ice, the Penguins pull out a 3-2 victory over the Blues. This close game went all the way into a shootout where Brian Rust got the game-winning goal. Here in Montclair, the softball team dominated the doubleheader Wednesday night against Centenary, winning the game 8-0 and the second 9-2. The men's lacrosse team also pulled out a game winner on Wednesday night against Misericordia University, winning their 4th game straight. Both teams will look to continue these positive trends later on this week. The softball team will take on Hunter College at 3 on Friday, and the men's lacrosse team will play at Lycoming on Saturday at 12. That's all I got for some sports.
Wow. Thank you,
Sports.
Emily. Sports.
Woo-wee!
We're having a great day here in the studio. Great weather equals great day.
Yeah.
Which, as you guys know, if you listen in normally, we have really bad luck with the weather here on the
I
Friday Buzz.
swear.
So the
I'm
fact,
still recovering.
so the fact that today is like the best day of the year so far sounds good to me.
Looks like we got lucky.
All right, so we're gonna get into some stories for you guys, and our first story is COVID cases are predicted to rise in the coming weeks because of the new BA.2 variant. I hope is it not BA.2? I think it's BA.2. I think it's BA. BA. Okay. Experts fear that COVID-19 cases in the United States will rise in the next few weeks as the new BA.2 variant continues to spread. Data from the CDC and prevention shows BA.2, a subvariant of Omicron, has been tripling in every 2 weeks. I have yet to hear of this, but whatever. As of the week ending March 11th, BA.2 makes up 23.1% of all COVID cases. Although the OG Omicron variant still makes up the majority of America's COVID infections, it's dropped over the same period from 74.5% to 66.1%. Dr. Anthony Fauci, the nation's top infectious disease expert, said given the growing prevalence of BA.2, he expects cases will increase within the next month. Fauci told ABC affiliate KGTV Wednesday, quote, "I would expect that we might see an uptick in cases here in the United States because only a week or so ago, the CDC came out with their modification of the metrics for what would be recommended for masking indoors. And much of the country right now is in that zone where masking indoors is not required," end quote. Fauci, I want you to not know what you're talking about just for once, so I don't have to do this anymore. Fauci added that he believes that BA.2 will become the dominant variant in the country, surpassing the original Omicron variant. Guys. All right, Lara has hit her head on the camera that we have here in studio twice today.
They're the same height.
And it's very early. The show just started, but whatever. You'll be fine. Maybe a concussion, but you'll be fine. Anyways, this is making me go bonkers.
I'm so tired of this. Everyone's tired of this. I just wish we could just go wear masks and then have it go away forever. 0 cases, no more. Everyone takes off their mask.
Exactly. Well, here's my thing. Last night I was talking to my boss and I was like, well, I know Montclair sent out that email that was like they were thinking about maybe possibly lifting the mask mandate here at Montclair. And I was so excited for it, not for my own personal use, but because my job would be 10 times easier if people didn't have to wear masks. And it's just the facts. It's just the way it is. And then I said that and my boss goes, well, they're not going to be lifting it anytime soon because there's a new variant. And I was like, oh, what do you mean?
Yeah.
I was so mad. Like, that's how I felt last night when I figured out. You can feel my anger.
I was gonna say, it was the same, the Palpatine voice.
I can feel your anger. Oh my god. The gremlin strikes
Fantastic.
again.
But that was like, but that's truly, and I was like, what variant? And she was like, yeah, there's a new variant. I was like, you're joking.
Yeah, it's always the poorest timing ever. Like, people are starting to lift their indoor mask mandates. People like are kind of over COVID. Even when the mask mandates weren't lifted, people would get get really frustrated with the masks in general. I feel like now it's really hard to think that people are going to take this seriously because people hardly took Omicron seriously.
Yeah.
So now it's just like, I just wish like together as a community, we would take a variant seriously, ride it out.
But
and
I'm
then
curious to see how strong this variant is going to be.
Well,
That is
now with
true.
spring break going on for a lot of other universities, I know we had ours really early. Spring break is now for everyone. Summer's
That's
coming
okay.
up. A lot more traveling.
Yeah.
Who knows how it's actually going to go?
That's true.
That's true. I just wonder because I know that Omicron, I mean, for some people it was still very strong, but for those who are vaccinated,
Relatively mild.
it was relatively mild. It was like basically just a cold. Granted, it went around really, really fast and everybody got it, but it was mild. So part of me is like, maybe this variant
It
will be a little bit
probably is.
mild
Hopefully.
and then it won't really matter.
It's a strain of Omicron.
Yeah, if it's just a strand like of that, then did I say strand?
One strand.
One strand.
A hair strand.
A hair strand. But I mean, hopes, dreams, and everything in between. We also have hopes and dreams for the New Jersey gas prices. Terry, that was a good one, wasn't that? I thought it was good. I saw the opportunity. I had to snatch it.
Yeah, everybody knows these gas prices are getting ridiculous, but New Jersey gas tax would be rolled back to ease rising prices of the pump under a new bill. So on Wednesday, State Senate Shirley Turner said that she has plans to introduce to legislation a rollback of New Jersey's gas tax for 60 days as prices at the pump hit new highs. In recent days, several lawmakers announced the highest inflation levels being the highest in 40 years. On Thursday, an average gallon of gasoline in New Jersey cost $4.26. On the other hand, the average price of diesel fuel per gallon cost $5.15. Turner said in a statement, quote, "The high cost of gas is impacting our residents who are now spending a larger amount of their household budget to pay for gas and are left with less food and other expenses," end quote. Turner also stated New Jersey's gas tax is the fourth highest in the nation, resting at about 42.4 cents per gallon. I'm hoping this gets passed into legislation because my pockets are hurting. Everyone's pockets are hurting. Hey. But seriously though, I hope this goes through just because I think it would kind of help lessen the blow of how much gas is, especially with like depending on where you live in New Jersey, like sometimes like you kind of have to use your car for everything. It's not like the city where everything is just like I can walk down the street, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's a little rough out here. I know it is for me.
Although hearing New Jersey lift some kind of tax or like roll back taxes a little bit is mind blowing to me.
That's what I was like. Sounds a little too good to be true, right?
It's
the
bad.
whole time, yeah, exactly. I was like, the whole time I read this story, I was just like, New Jersey is doing something about taxes.
Yeah, we have to spend less money here. That's crazy.
Confusing. But that's how you know it's bad.
Yeah.
That is how you know that the prices are bad.
I mean, when
they're
I'm
rolling
spending
back.
$60 to fill my tank, there's an issue.
Ooh,
Yeah, my whole thing is like $40 for a tank isn't a lot for some people, but for me, when my car was getting $20 a tank before,
Mine too. It's
now
ridiculous.
it's just obnoxious.
yeah.
Like, why is my little Hyundai Elantra getting $40, if not more, of gas?
That's me with my little That's me and my little Chevy Cruze. Like, who gave you the right to
Exactly.
do $40? Do you remember when it was 20?
I missed when it was 20.
Fill our tank.
It was so nice.
Remember during the peak of COVID when gas was $1.80?
Ugh,
It was beautiful.
$1.70?
That time was
Can
beautiful.
we have a flashback real quick?
Flashback. Phew.
I'm
When gas was
getting emotional.
$1.75. And we're back to regular time where gas is like $4.50 something currently.
I feel sick.
And I'm currently like going home today, but I'm like praying I have enough gas in my car to make it home so I don't have to buy gas today.
Hey, fill up for a quarter, like 25 cents.
I give them $1.
And this
I'm like,
is what can I get
here.
with
A
this?
drop.
Here
A
it is.
drop.
Not even.
Not
What,
even.
a 16th of a gallon?
A 16th of a gallon.
Not even.
Yeah, like actually it's so bad.
Yeah.
And that's like what Emily was saying to us earlier. She was like, yeah, I get like a quarter tank. And I'm like, yeah, that's good.
I just popped $10 in the tank, pray for the best. You know how
Exactly.
many times my gas lights come on in the past like 2 weeks?
That's so bad. And that's what the problem is it's like you're putting $10 into the tank and it's doing literally nothing. And it's like, well, that was just a waste of $10.
Oh, it goes like maybe to the quarter tank line.
You're like, I hope I can get to work.
I hope I can.
Yeah, I hope.
My car better turn into the little train that can.
The little train that could. That was good. I liked that
I
one.
wanna make-
So we're here, second hour. You know the vibes here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair.
Yeah.
And we're going to do MA in the Wrong.
Yeah.
So everybody's second favorite segment of Friday. And so for those of you who do not know and don't typically listen to Fridays, which what are you doing otherwise?
Right.
Join us. Yes, join us as we deep dive into the world of Reddit and messy situations. Disclaimer, these stories are not our personal experiences. These are stories from users on Reddit. These things that we are reading are the post from the original poster on Reddit. Mike,
Okay.
get your face hole away from the mic.
This face hole? There's like so many, dude. You gotta be like eye hole, ear hole. Come on, be more
Your
specific.
mouth hole.
Thank you.
Get it away from the mic.
I need specifics.
And
Anyways,
that's why he is stupid.
right.
Oh my God.
He's looking at me like, oof.
I'm really
Let's
about
do
to
it.
smoking out of the window, but whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Okay.
God.
That's a great song. Okay, anyways. We're gonna do MA in the Wrong. So here's the first one. Mind you, this is not my story. This is Reddit. Okay. Am I in the wrong for refusing to speak to my husband until he changes the name he put on our son's birth certificate? After waiting for 5 years, I finally got pregnant with my son. There was so much fuss about the name choice because my in-laws wanted to use my deceased brother-in-law's name. My husband sided with them and insisted we go with it, but seeing their obsession with it, I refused. My husband then sat with me and we agreed on a name we both chose. When I was at the hospital, I had dealt with some complications and I had to extend my stay. My husband handled the paperwork. However, when we received the birth certificate, I discovered that he put the brother-in-law's name and not the one we picked. I lost it and I had a breakdown and then shut down completely. I stopped talking to him after telling him that I won't speak to him until he changes the name. He kept saying good riddance at first, but slowly started complaining about how my silence has been wearing him down. Days went by. He's now turned to full-on begging me to speak to him over and over. He said he had to do this, otherwise his family would shun him. He handed me a paper with all the pros of keeping this name, explaining that our son will be the, quote, golden grandchild, and my in-laws will favor him over the other grandchildren because of his name. He also said our son would get endless privileges like college fund, car, inheritance, and will be loved unconditionally because he has his uncle's name. But I don't want my son to be my brother-in-law's surrogate because it's sad because my husband has always sought his family's approval, but my brother-in-law was the favorite. He offered me endless nicknames, second middle name choice, but I wasn't having it. Eventually, he broke down crying last night, calling me stubborn and difficult. He also called me selfish and said I robbed our son of a good life and good future provided by his grandparents, and said I was driving him crazy with my silence. But I feel like this is too serious to let go. I'm just doing it for my son. Am I in the wrong?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely
Why
not.
should they have to live through someone else to have a good life?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The grandparents should love them unconditionally, no matter what.
Exactly. So here's my thing. Oh, Mike is.
It's the kid's life. Let them do what they want with their own name. You don't need it. You don't need that. I mean,
The kid didn't pick the name. It's the
No,
wife
I know, but what I'm
who's
saying
worried.
is
Mike,
like you
Mike,
shouldn't. You
Mike,
shouldn't just. Can
Mike.
you just? Oh my God! Can you just be cool?
I'm not Leslie.
Oh
We're
my
not
God.
doing this.
Just haven't had my caffeine.
A white man.
No.
Typical.
A white man
I'm
take your
taking
on-
my mic back.
Michael, turn the lights off.
I know. Okay, so anyways, you don't get to have your say
Not
anymore.
Not
You're a
those. I
man.
like those.
What I was going to say before Michael cut me off.
I wanna get out of point.
I understand wanting the name to be the brother-in-law's name. Every family wants to, honor their deceased family member. I get that. But it gets bad and the husband becomes in the wrong when he goes behind, when they decide on a different name, and he goes behind her back and names the child that name that she did not want.
Yeah, like she was.
That's when it gets wrong.
Was she in late? I guess like she was in labor, like after, and like
Yeah.
obviously she's not aware that this is going on, and
Yeah.
the fact that he does it without even
And not for
getting help,
anything.
asking her.
She carried that baby around for 9 months. If she don't want
Yeah.
that to be the name,
Don't let
it's not going to be the name.
Mm-hmm.
And they could agree on like if she doesn't want that to be the first name, maybe be the middle name, or like you could like call him like the father can maybe call him that like as like his second name. I don't know. I just feel like they could have worked it out.
Do you
and-
think like the brother-in-law's name's like Craig or something?
Are you getting Craig
I wouldn't have
vibes?
my Kid Craig ever.
That's or
Never.
what's another?
Never met a Craig.
Never met a Craig.
I went to high
never
school with a
gonna name
Craig.
My kid Craig.
I went to high school with a Craig.
Would you call him Greg for no?
No, it was just Craig.
Greg.
No, it was just Craig.
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 That was it. Also,
One syllable. That's
yes.
Craig.
Craig. Also, what Emily was saying with like the grandparents should be loving their grandchildren unconditionally. Like you should never, even if you do technically favor a grandchild, which it happens, we all have favorites.
I'm the favorite, but I'm the only grandchild.
I'm the favorite depending on the day.
Depending on the day.
Depending on the day. Although growing up, my brother was the favorite of at least my grandma on my mom's side, which if she's listening, Gabi, we have this argument all the time. But you should never, like, if you have 2 grandchildren, it shouldn't matter if they're a boy or a girl. It shouldn't matter what their name is. You should be treating them all like equal,
Yeah.
because that's not fair to the other grandchild. So whether they have the name or not, if they're going to treat the grandchild like the golden child, they're going to treat them either way.
Exactly. I feel like it's so the fact that she refers to it as like being the brother-in-law's surrogate, like that's so weird as if
Yeah.
like they're trying to like let his spirit be alive in the show. Like, no, that's not the same person. That's a completely different kid, a completely
Mhm.
different personality and stuff. Like, that's weird. And that's a lot of pressure to put on a kid, too.
Exactly.
It just treat the child as you would any other grandchild. Like, it shouldn't be just because he has this particular name, he's gonna get all the privileges.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Baby can't even feed himself.
Exactly.
Baby.
And what's like strange about all of that is he's named after the brother-in-law, so I feel like the grandparents are just gonna think of him as the brother-in-law, like not even
Exactly.
his own person.
Yeah.
He's just now the brother-in-law reincarnated,
That-
and
That's
and
gross.
that's
Strange
not
to me.
okay. And I think the wife has every right
Every
to be upset.
Yeah.
She does.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
left out of the whole thing.
Exactly. He really said no, because that's completely going behind your back. And when you're in a marriage, if they're married, because she said husband, that's a partnership. That is a team. You do things as a team.
No,
You don't go
sure.
making the decisions by yourself.
Exactly.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. There's a sound that says unacceptable, but I don't know if it's in our thing.
Unacceptable. It's lemon grab.
Oh my god.
Oh yes. Unacceptable. I knew we had
Yes.
one.
The next one's worse.
I know. We have a lot of baby name issues
This one's
here.
worse.
Yes.
It
This
oh,
one's worse.
Baby issues?
baby. Maybe not baby issues.
I'm a mess. Anyway, Terry, you want to read it?
Yeah. I
Oh
will.
wait, Reddit also agreed, by the way, that the wife was not in the wrong. Anyways,
The
continue.
husband is
Heart.
burn.
So, am I in the wrong for not naming my baby after their father? So, I, 22 female, gave birth
25.
25.
I
It
can't
just
think-
said 2.
I-
Female.
I too, female.
I, 25 female, gave birth to my son Jacob 6 days ago, who is a bundle of sunshine and joy and everything wonderful in the world. My baby daddy Chris, 20, am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
27 male, has not been in the picture of anything since I found out he cheated on me when I was 4 months pregnant. Not with one, not two, but 8 other girls.
Hey, yo.
Wow. So I kicked him out. He was staying with me for 3 weeks total after he got kicked out by his roommate for reasons that are really not specific, so I'm not saying it. We were going to do the cohabit parenting style and the whole 9 yards until I found out about his infidelity. So I don't know where he's been staying, and nor do I care, as you should. So he already signed over his rights legally, and the court was involved, but will still pay monthly child support. We also opted to discuss visitations on our own with a chaperone. Certain things have surfaced with the law that I did not know about until just recently, and he obviously agreed to them. He has not taken interest into our child at all. For example, I gave him a sonogram of our baby over lunch one day, and he used it as an ashtray to put out his cigarette.
No. Oh my
Oh my gosh.
I am disgusted.
He also claimed that I cheated on him and the child isn't his. I did not cheat and completely cut contact with me a month ago. So I had my mom and sister in the delivery room with me, and we decided names after he was born, and I chose to have the gender a surprise. We named him Jacob in honor of my grandfather, and the middle name after my mom's brother, and my last name since I never married the dude. I obviously did the Facebook post about him and everything, and a few hours later I get nonstop messages and calls from Chris calling me all kinds of names, basically and not FCC safe word, for not including him in the decision making. He told me he wanted him to be named after himself. He's a junior, and he wanted my son to be the third along with the middle name after his uncle. I moved towns and everything to be close to my mom, who is on my side, saying that he's a deadbeat and doesn't deserve anything. My sister told me that she can see why he's angry, but she's also on my side. So am I in the wrong? Also, there's an edit. He was also livid that I gave Jacob my last name instead of his. He said his quote-unquote lineage was dying as
Good.
he's the only son.
He's
Good.
done.
God.
He is done. His lineage should be done.
Oh, when you
Yeah.
said that was worse, you really meant it. Oh my gosh. That
I'm sorry.
I didn't think it could get worse.
didn't
but it
realize
just kept
it
getting worse
kept
as you kept reading.
I didn't realize he deserved to have his child named after him. If he on the sonogram uses it as an ashtray.
Right. And then
No. Sorry.
The fact she went on Reddit just to say, oh, am I in the? Oh, you are not in the. She is not in the wrong at all. She
Girlfriend, you're
has
fine.
every right. The guy ate. That's like giving me Tristan and Chloe vibes because he cheated on her while she was pregnant, and he cheated on her while she was pregnant. Not once, not twice, 8 different.
8.
I can't.
Not
That
for
is
anything.
That is terrible.
Name the next one after you, and maybe be a good father.
Oh,
Try
Got 'em.
again. Also, I'm sick of these. I'm a junior, and then like I'm gonna be the third. No, okay, junior maybe, but a third. You don't need to have that many of the same name.
I
You're gonna get
know.
people confused.
I know.
Also, I just don't like that. Like I know that happens that's in my family. Like my great grandpa's name was Walt, my grandpa's name is Walt, and then my uncle's name is Walt. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like when people do that.
Yeah, I feel weird about it too. I know a family that's like 4 like Williams or something.
Yeah, like why?
Why?
There's no reason.
Billion.
Billiam.
Mike, are you a junior? I feel like you're a junior.
No, I was gonna be a third, but they changed my middle name, so I'm not.
Ah, nice. See, the middle names are fine. I get the middle names.
I
I
agree.
like passing on middle names. I think it's fun. But
It's like it's a good way to pay respect to somebody without
without making it the whole
personality.
It's
What
kind of
is that
funny
I'm looking
because my
Maybe, like,
uncle,
what's weird?
his name is Tim, and then his father's name is Tim, and he wasn't gonna name his son Tim, and then he met someone, and their kid was named Tim, so now there's the third in our family, unintentionally. It's kind of funny.
Wow. I don't know. And then always the names that get passed down are like really basic, boring names.
Yeah.
John.
It's like
John.
Jonathan or Marcus.
I
the
am
fifth.
John the Fourth. Actually, you're John the like billionth because there's like a billion
There's
Johns in
so
this world.
many.
Why don't
You're
we
not
still
original.
Have the whole like junior and fourth.
I don't
get
know.
junior,
Pick a
but
different
what's the
name. You're
first,
telling
third,
me you
and
actually
fourth?
like your name.
Junior's through.
No.
The silence.
Like I just,
Yeah, why?
I'm just
Tell me my
saying.
name.
No, I'm not talking about
Oh,
your
okay.
name. Your name is
You're
fine.
like, all right, let's go outside.
Right now, let's fight. No, I don't know. But anyways, so Reddit agrees with us, not in the wrong, but the baby daddy is. Heck yeah.
Nice. He's a nightmare.
He is. I literally, that man would not be ready for me. Let me tell you, me and him would go head to head, and I would win.
You want to talk about a different type of animal?
Yeah.
How about seagulls?
Okay. I hate seagulls, but sure.
So a man was jailed for attacking a
Bye, Michael.
stranger with a seagull. This should be interesting. It hasn't been a great week for seagulls, everybody. So Paul Elcombe, 29, picked up the live seagull, then threw it at a stranger before he launched a vicious attack, kicking and punching him.
Oh.
Plymouth Crown Court was told that the assault was so violent that he left his victim with a broken jaw.
Wow.
He was on his way home following a 2-day drink and drugs bender when he came across a seagull which was lying on the road injured. He then started showing it to people in a nearby shop before throwing it at his victim. The violence then escalated. As a result of the random attack, he was jailed for over a year and was given another 2 weeks for failing to show up to his trial. Sounds like that's for the birds. That's an awful joke.
I know.
That is
So-
awful.
Pause. Why, oh why did he save a bird and then put that bird in a dangerous situation?
I don't even think he
Men
was
are
going to save the
stupid, and
bird.
I stand by that. And I don't respect them.
I'm wondering if he like threw it like a paper airplane
no.
at this bird.
Lara, I just want to say you misspelled words and it's really bugging me.
I'm sorry, I can't spell.
It's
She said
okay.
violence and escalated.
Oh, those are the ones I typed
Escalators,
in.
escalators,
know.
escalators.
Imagine those
Nah.
the Jersey Shore seagulls.
Oh, where is this located? Where did this happen? It happened in England.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they had seagulls.
I was
in
just about to
England.
say I didn't know seagulls inhabited England.
Yeah, you know, because like
England.
Good for them.
that man looks so happy.
That is a British
Do they
man.
squawk in a British
That man is
accent?
giving me a very
Stop.
vulgar finger.
That's funny. That's funny.
Pajong.
Pajunk. I like okay, so when I was little, I used to call seagulls flying pigs
Interesting.
because they're flying pigs. They'll eat all your food.
That's
I hate
true.
seagulls.
One time-
I
one-
hate seagulls so much.
Yes, one time
seriously.
I went on the boardwalk and I got fries like from one of those like fry places,
Oh no.
and I hadn't even picked up the bucket yet, bro. Hadn't even
Oh,
picked
from
up
the bucket place?
from
I
the
know what
place.
you're talking about.
And I in 2 seconds swooped down, stole a bunch of fries off the top of it, and then disappeared, almost hit my head. I didn't even see it coming.
No,
my
seriously,
gosh.
the seagulls are the rats of the beach. Like,
Yes.
flying pigs.
I feel like I almost got attacked. I remember I went down to the I think it was Wildwood, and we were eating chips on the beach, and they all started swarming us, and my friends are hitting they have shovels and they're hitting it. They're trying to hit the seagulls.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my, I'm like watching it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like. Then they started attacking like
Yeah.
the chips, and I remember I was traumatized for life. Like I can never.
No.
Like, every time I see a seagull, I'm so like I'm scared of it.
That's why, like, as a kid, we would like when we would like have our beach sandwiches, you know, like that we'd bring with us to the beach. We'd have to put our towels over our heads and eat our sandwich under the towel.
I had
was-
something similar happen with a goose.
With a
like,
goose?
Or a horde of geese. One time me and
A horde of geese. Is that the right term?
a horde of I don't
Is
know.
that a flock of geese?
It's a flock, but it was a horde.
Oh,
like
okay, I get
this
you.
was a lot.
Yeah.
So me and my friend like a year ago we had a picnic at the Cooper River Park
Mhm.
and we're just like minding our business, having our fruit. We had like a baguette. Yeah, it was giving
baguette?
very expensive,
A
very
baguette?
bouge, right?
Yes,
This
bougie.
horde of geese come from the lake and they're like coming toward us, right? And I looked at my friend, I was just like, this isn't gonna go well, I know it. And they keep coming. Dudes take our bread, like are fighting over our bread. At this point, they take over the whole picnic and they're all over the place. And then my friend's kind of fighting for the baguette with the geese. And they're awful birds.
Oh
They're-
yeah, geese are scary.
They are scary.
Unpopular opinion. I love seagulls. Everyone is hating on seagulls, but here's why. Let me just give my reasoning.
Yes, give
It's
us
not even a good reason, but they're so cute, and I feel like they just want to have a good time at the beach. They just want to eat some French fries. When I'm there, whoever I'm with, they're always so annoyed because I will give them French fries. I try to gather them. I think they're fun.
You were the person at the beach that everyone hates.
Yeah, I'm very chaotic, but I
will
just
not be
think
attending a beach trip with you. I'm so sorry.
Unfortunately, we will not be going to the beach together.
I just think they're cute. I don't know.
They're cute.
They're cute from a distance.
They're cute, but they also have the eyes like the devil.
They
They're
do.
like,
I
right
mean, they
in your
know
face.
things. They have human eyes.
I know things.
You know what they know?
What?
I know you don't.
You're done.
I know
You're done.
Lord.
Wow. I've never met somebody who actually likes seagulls.
I mean, I kind of did the same.
I mean, I guess
thing.
someone has to.
Right?
sometimes it's fun to bother them, like they bother us. But I don't always. I don't like them.
I've thrown a handful of French fries out of a car and just watched them swarm. Like there was a
Right?
handful of them,
Yeah.
and then like I threw a single McDonald's fry out of the car window while they were like sitting there, rolled up the window. Within seconds, at least 80 of these birds
Scatter.
swooping in for a single fry. And
Yeah.
with that, I was entertained, so I just proceeded to throw more
Exactly.
out the window.
I have a question.
What?
What?
Gotta be quick.
Do you think Rocky, like our mascot, would be friends with the seagulls?
No.
No.
I want to ask him, can we have Rocky as an interview?
I think
Oh.
he would.
I don't know what he'd say.
Wait, that wouldn't
No,
work.
he
He
has
does
his handlers.
sign
His handlers
language.
talk for him.
Oh.
You know what? I'll see what I can do.
We
That
can have an
might be a good
interpreter
one.
come.
And we can just talk about bird stuff with him.
Birds? We
Birds.
love bird stories?
Bird stories with him.
I love birds.
So wait, has Rocky ever been on
The buzz.
radio
I
or
think
Buzz?
we'd be making history if we had
Hold
Rocky
up.
on the buzz.
All women
Rocky was on the
through,
fly.
Birds on
Oh,
the
he could
air.
fly over the ice show.
Birds on the air, in the air.
You know what?
Oh
I'll
my
see what I can do.
gosh. We could call it the morning squawk just for the day.
Oh my God, Rocky
Morning
can sit right
squall.
here. We'll have the whole
Morning squall.
Instagram story. Hold up, can we make this a
Will
thing?
he fit in a
Yes.
chair?
I'll sit in the other room for the
Please
day.
get in contact with the Rocky handlers. I beg you.
Oh my gosh.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm trying to figure out if he's gonna fit in a chair.
Is anybody in here afraid of mascots?
I was just about to say, I'm not scared of mascots, but when I first got to campus, I was scared of Rocky. And I think he's a great bird, don't get me wrong. But
Wow, she's
I
slandering
felt-
Rocky on air. We can't get him.
no, this is not like scary. This is actually going to make him feel like a celebrity. I thought he was like famous. So when I got to campus, I was like, that's Rocky. The Rocky
you were
the Red Hawk. I
intimidated.
was so scared. He waved to me. I almost passed out.
You're not intimidated by seagulls, but Rocky's too much.
He waved to me. I felt like I was looking at a celebrity. I was like, "Hi, Rocky." I posted him on my Instagram story.
Yes,
Living my best
everybody.
life.
Accepted Students Day is coming up, which means he'll be out and about all day. And
Yeah.
people, when it's Accepted Students Day, I took a picture with him on Acceptance Student Day.
I'm
Students
gonna
Day.
be there.
I did not. The picture I did not look good, so I did not post it. because it was like really sunny and you couldn't see my eyebrows. But I did, in fact, take a picture of him. Everybody did. He had like a line for pictures. Like,
He's famous.
he's
He
famous.
is famous.
He is a celebrity.
so lucky
An
to have
A-list
him.
celebrity.
That's what I'm
I'll
saying.
try to book him for the buzz.
I think you should book him
I'm
for the
sorry,
buzz.
the morning squawk.
The morning squawk. The squawk.
Wait, should we just call it the early bird gets the worm?
Oh,
Very
wow, that was good.
clever.
Thank you.
That was very good.
Thank you. I'll see
Wow.
what I can do.
Yes, I think that'd be really great. So I guess we'll find out if that'll actually happen.